Hi, this is Carolyn Knight, and I'm going to present to you the order to cash process the training I developed for a company that was acquired called Business Apps. What they did was they developed applications for small businesses. So if I own a bakery, let's say, and I need to make an application, I would log into their website, I would pay a subscription fee, and then I could get the templates to design my own application. So it was a kind of a nifty little business. So I'll walk you through the training I did for the order to cash process. Talked about Recurly, how it works with business apps, how Recurly is aligned and its functions, what type of accounts it accepts, revenues that are not friendly to the NetSuite, $0 invoicing, and so forth, how situations are closed out and reconciled, revenue arrangements, and so forth, depreciation columns of their assets and so forth. So basically how the business was run by the Recurly software. Chargebacks, intangible assets, and this was a very short module, so I only did a 10-question assessment. Continuing with business apps, I did a lesson that was focused on the credit card processing and the revenue streams. NetSuite actually did the subscription processing, so I had to let people that were going to be working on this company in the central factory know all about this process. So first, I talked about what Expensify is, expense reporting, management, finance, that sort of thing. What was coming in the future, because as you know, this was crude information that was being transferred from the company that was acquired and had to be run by a new team. So it had to be, sometimes it was vague, and we would add additional training, make an addendum, send out new updates to everybody that was going to be working on this. How QuickBooks works with the product, and where the credit card details come from, percentage of credit card transactions. And again, this is a very short module. And as we all know, data science is the new buzzword of the era. Machine learning, it's just all out there. Can be used maliciously, but every company that does much of anything these days has some way to analyze the data to make better business decisions. So I would do some training on any analytics function that was a component of the company that was bought, what was used, what technology was used, and so forth, and how things will happen. And this was, again, crude information that we had to extract to create a very simple training for their analytics function. Types of devices and so forth. Which APIs were used. Actions were recorded and analyzed. How Amazon Redshift was used. Cloud computing platforms. And I thought this table, this was given to us by the company. I thought it was just awful. And because we weren't 100% sure if this was how their infrastructure was built, we didn't want to recreate it until we verified this information. And Redshift tables and the generation of a session ID when the session started, just to better understand how things can be improved. Here's a geocoder library. Geodata and so forth. And certain PHP code, and what the role cron plays in it, which is just a software utility, which is time-based job scheduler in the Unix-based computer operating systems. And here we built a Redshift load result action PHP code just walks you through the stages of how it's used, Redshift. And the analytics layer, of course. And which nodes store which components. So that would be the Redshift architecture. And try to make some visuals here. We made this basically out of nothing, out of the knowledge transfers. So, and we had some brainstorm questions. And of course, there was always the test at the end. And that's it. That's my very small demonstration of the types of training I did for the cash to order process and analytics. Thank you very much.